they were like, hey, would you like to come with us for to do a statement? I was like, yeah, cool. And then I was like, is he all right? It's like, no, he's passed away. And I was like, fuck off.
Whoa.
And they were like,
that would have been a moment.
They're like, yeah, do you know what happened? I was like, yeah.
Shit.
Definitely know what happened. Because do you want to come? Do you want, it's up to you. And I was like, no, I think I have to come.
Yeah. I think that was a trick.
Yeah.
It's up to you.
Yeah. Oh, you don't have to if you don't want to. Have a good night, guys. No. So we left and we done the statement and everything. And they were like, you're going to have to go to court. It's Friday night. So it's you
just had your birthday celebration.
Yeah, so you're going to have to go to court tomorrow.
Passed away.
Yeah, so you're going to have to go to court tomorrow. I was like, oh, cool. And it was like, we done the statement. The statement finished at 11 o'clock on Saturday morning. So I was like, cool. I've got about an hour and a bit left until I can go to court. And they're like, I don't think you'll be able to catch court today. I was like, I'll just go to court tomorrow then, because court's not open tomorrow. I was like,
what kind of system is this?
And then they come over, they had handcuffs, and they're like, so we have to place you under arrest. I was like, nah, gee, it's Saturday, so that means I'm going to have to stay inside here for the bloody weekend. And he's like,
I just had my birthday.
Because, but you have to understand that a life has been, lost. And I was like, I understand this, but why couldn't you guys arrest me earlier?
Wow.
It would have been easier. I would have been able to go to court. So Saturday, Sunday, and then Monday morning.
I think in those 2 days, there was just a lot going around,
Yeah, like I asked.
No one had the full story.
Nah,
but everyone assumes the worst. And
yeah, so what happened was
never seen Ta again.
Yeah, so I was in they placed me in SIG. Like, no, he's a dangerous man. He must not be with anybody. I'm like, bored as shit. So I asked them, I was like, oh, can I have something to read? Can I have the papers? And they're like, oh, you're the guy on the papers. I was like, yeah, can I have the papers,
see what
please?
they're saying about me?
And they're like, no, here you go. And they gave me the bloody Bible.
Yeah.
So.
Change your ways, my son.
Yeah. Read the Bible twice.
Did you?
Yeah. I had nothing else to do because I was just. Because you don't know what the time is as well.
Whoa.
Yeah, because obviously there's no windows. You can't see the lights coming through.
Night.
Yeah. You only kind of just make do with the time that this, it's lunchtime. Here's your lunch or here's your breakfast. But then in between that, you don't. I don't
full on
watch.
Prisoner.
Yeah. So I get out on Monday. I go to court. I go up to the courthouse and all that stuff. And they're like, "Oh, we're gonna refer you for the your court for the 3rd of January." I was 3rd of February. Sorry. So which is pretty much like a month for me to. They said, "Oh, you're gonna have to sort out your stuff out because this is a serious charge." And they
what did they charge you with?
Originally they charged me with assault, and I was like, okay, fair enough. Because there are going to be some later charges along the way. So,
preemptively said further charges.
Yeah,
just not to alarm you. It's just assault.
Yeah. Anyways, they say they let me go after court.
So from the Monday after court, you got released?
Yeah. So I walk out and like cameras, everything at the back of Manukau courthouse.
Snapping.
So
South Auckland rapper.
Yeah. So I walk out and my mum and my uncle's there and she's like, put this over your head, like a jacket.
Oh, you're one of those guys now.
No. And I'm like walking away and I'm like, this is so dramatic, Mum. Like, no, I don't want any photos of you of my baby. And I'm like, bloody hell. Anyway, so I get in the car and my brother's sitting there and he's like, up to G. I was like, up to. And he goes, for you, bro. and gives me like a pie, a drink, and it's like I have been in jail for like years or something. It's a pie, a drink, some smokes, and I'm like, man. So we get home,
Just done a leg.
yeah. Anyways, the media released my mum's address.
Oh, that media, eh?
Yeah, they released my mum's
Your
address. And it
mum's
was like,
address?
my mum's.
Why would
not
they do
mine.
that?
Like, I did not currently stay at my, like, now I had to because I had to be bailed to my parents' house. Because I wasn't allowed to be bailed at the house that I was currently at because it's like it's owned by somebody else. It was it's like you rent a room kind of thing. Yeah. And I didn't want it to be just casually stuck at that one room.
Yeah.
Anyway, so, got bailed to my mum's house, and the media got a hold of our address and my mum's phone number and just kept hounding my mum and wanted interviews of me and stuff like that. And 3rd of February come along and I go to court, and so I'm supposed to be there, obviously it says be there at 9 because your case is at 9. 9:30 rolls past, I'm sitting there, I'm waiting for my lawyer. I'm calling him, missing my calls. I'm like, a partner at the time that I had, I was like, babe, this is the last time you see me today. My bloody lawyer's not even here. So, man, I didn't even know what the hell's happening. He rocks up, it's 10 o'clock. His name's Shane Tate.
You remember his name?
Yeah, definitely
Shane
remember his
Tate.
name. He's the shortest lawyer in Manukau. He's like, you'll remember Shane Tate. If you've gone to Manukau courts, he's a little short guy that wears a big suit where his fingers are the only things you see popping out the bottom of his sleeves.
Oh, wow. And this is the guy representing you?
Yep, and he has never represented anyone in regards to that type of case. He was just done like traffic offences and stuff.
All right.
So already off to a bad start.
Late?
An hour late. So before he gets there, this police officer approaches me, and he's like, "You Mr. Ramya?" I was like, "Yes." He goes, "Hey, I can't remember his name." And he goes, "Has your lawyer spoken to you about what's happening today?" I was like, "Gee, have you even heard from him? I've been trying to get in contact with him. He has not contacted you about anything." I was like, "No." Why? And he's like, "You might want to sit down." I was like, looked at her again.
Fuck.
Yeah, I'm going to jail. And he's like, "No, you're not. You're not going to jail today." I was like, "Oh, when am I going to jail?" He's like, "No, you're not. You're not going to jail." So Shane has not talked to you about anything. I was like, no. Like, is that like? Did you hear from him yesterday? I was like, no. It's like, oh, well, I spoke to him yesterday. He was supposed to give you a call. I was like, that would be why. Because he fucking didn't. And so he goes, you're not going to jail. All the charges are going to be dropped. I was like, what? What are you talking about?
Please explain.
I was like,
And was this, but at this time, was it still just the assault charge?
yes, yep. That day, the opposition lawyer was going for manslaughter, and I didn't know anything about any of this at all. Like, my lawyer was just like left me in the dark. Like, that was the worst lawyer, but the best lawyer to have that day.
The worst, but the best.
Yeah. So we get into. He goes, "Yep, they're gonna drop the charges because He goes, did you see the footage?" I was like, "No."
Oh, there's footage.
He goes, "Yeah, we reviewed the tapes. So you did nothing wrong. You were just protecting somebody, and yeah, that's why you were going home today." I go to him. Wow, like.
That must have been huge relief, huh?
It's like, I knew there was footage, but I didn't know that was part of the case and stuff like that. I wasn't, because there was witnesses and everybody seen what happened and stuff. I didn't kind of take any time to think about the footage. Because, anyways, congratulations. Is there any questions you have? And I was like, yeah, I have one question. Because, what is it? It's like, how did he die? What was his cause of death? And he goes, it was acute asphyxiation. And I go,
No idea what that is.
so acute asphyxiation is I was on his body for too long and I stopped his lungs from breathing.
Ah.
So plus he was drunk, and it was, obviously when you're drunk and you're like that wasted, it's, it does, affect your body. But the main reason was because I was too big and on him for too long, and it was restricting his airway. So, and that hit me heaps, because it was like, I've caused, the events that unfolded was in the end, I was the reason why this guy has passed away. And sitting there just like, man, chugged back.
That obviously wasn't your intent.
No,
of course.
no. It was just pretty much just to restrain him until the police got there. And I go to him, so it was just the tapes that kind of, he goes, no. So if you do remember that inside on the newspaper articles, that the police was overrun that night, with different other calls and stuff like that. That's why they got to the venue so late. And I was like, yeah, because
That's another factor, I suppose.
So we reviewed, because he was a detective. So he said that when he was
like apprehended in a way.
Yeah, when he told everybody about when he went and done some investigating and found that there was like 36 police officers just having just chilling at the Manukau hub for like hours. And and he was like, when the call came in, there was this amount of police officers that were available.
Should have been there in 5 minutes or less.
Like it would have, and I was like, man, because a police officer, a team of police officers could have been there in like minutes.
I would have thought a place like Rewa, they're like crawling everywhere.
Yeah. And there's also there's the Manukau hub, and then there's that one just on the side street there. There's a police a cop shop over there as well.
One like
literally
right
around
there?
the corner from Woody's.
Yeah.
Because so those are the factors that we had to take into account to obviously the evidential part that he had passed away. So I was like, wow. And then he goes, but I need you to talk to somebody today. I was like, who's that? Because this is the victim support counselor.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, the victim's not here, obviously.
But for the family?
And he's like, yeah. And then he goes, so I spoke to her and she goes, I have the guy's dad here. He wants to speak to you. I'm like, oh.
That's harsh, man.
Flip, this is
Feel for the family.
Yeah, definitely. So he's this elderly guy. Like, he's really old. I would say it would be close to the 70s.
Oh, yeah.
And he goes, she goes, you have a choice. You can speak to them. You don't have to speak to them. It's up to you. And I was like, well, to be honest, if I was in the shoes of their family, obviously I would like to see the person and,
Yeah, you understand.
Yeah. And, just take whatever they
By
have
not
to say.
speaking makes it worse.
Yeah. I was like, yeah. And by then I had already known what the outcome was going to be of my court case. So I already knew what was going to happen. This guy didn't.
Yeah. So he kind of thought he's meeting the murderer.
Yeah. So I was like, okay, we can talk to him if you want. Where did you want to talk to him? He goes, what did you want me to talk to him? He goes, we can take you upstairs now if you want. I was like...
So were they living there?
Yeah.
Was he physically there?
The dad?
Yeah, the dad.
I'm not too sure if he was from Auckland or not. So we go upstairs and this older guy walks in. So I go into the room first. He comes in and I stand up and I shake his hand. And he's like, he shook mine and he's like, how are you going today? I was like, yeah, not too bad. Yeah. And he's like, well, I'm married. I'm this guy's father. Yeah. And he goes, I seen the footage. I was like, how have you seen the footage and I haven't? He's,
Did you say that?
No, that's not what I said.
Just thinking,
Yeah.
like, okay.
Because I seen the footage and I was looking at him. I was like, my boy, what are you doing? Like, why
He
you
was
do this?
intoxicated, not
Yeah.
himself.
Yeah. I was just looking. I knew there's some faults in all the parties that were involved, and what I want from today is just justice. I don't want you to go to jail today. The thing is I already knew I wasn't going, and I'm like, man, I'll just let him have his
Of course,
say.
yeah, of course.
And yeah, so that happened, and he started to cry. He hugged me and he said, just whatever happens today, God bless. It's it was a very nice man. It wasn't like, to be honest, the other way around. It wouldn't have been like that for me.
Yeah, that's a hard one.
Yeah,
it's a very hard one. Now that you're a father of
sons,
you know,
like
what it's like.
Yeah, especially because I've experienced loss in families like everyone else has. It's, even if it comes down to your mum, dad, your brothers, sisters, your kids, experiencing that, but getting it taken away from you. Just imagine all the pain and anger that you have towards this person. And this guy was just like sad. He was just sad. So we went in there into the court, and they told me exactly what I had already known. And I walked out the same way that I came in. And there was so many angry people.
Really?
From the other family. Yeah.
Naturally.
Yeah. And yeah, that was me not going to jail for 25 years.